in our house now 14 years, and so my son is a little more go with the flow, but my daughter can get anxious, and it's harder for her for change for her. So I feel it could be more stressful trying to help my kids, and all the changes like changing doctors, changing schools, that are some pressures that I feel, upon myself.
Okay. How far is this going to be?
It's gonna be a move to another state. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
So we'd leave all our friends, and then we'd have to put the house on the market.
And I heard you were saying that your kids actually grew up with these kids in the neighborhood. This was their home since they were newborns.
Right.
Is that correct?
Yeah, we brought them home from the hospital to this home, and so now they're 9 and 6. So it's what they've known.
Right.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about it?
Well, I think I will miss my friends, but I know that I do wanna. It's for the good, for our family, for my husband's career.
Right.
So I'm just a little unsure with all everything that's coming.
Okay.
That I have to do. We haven't, sold the house, but we would have to do that.
So, going back a little bit, you said it may be difficult for your kids to adjust.
Yeah.
Do your kids have a rough time adjusting to new things that come their way? Not, here so often?
Yeah, I think my son is a little bit more easygoing, and he's 6, so he may. I still don't know. I mean, he loves our house too, and our area and friends. But my daughter's a little bit more. It's harder for her to adjust to change. So at times she may act out, and with behavior that's anxious, and so that's a little harder to navigate. How I can help her upon myself too. Like, I'm gonna miss my friends.
Sure.
And, my husband, and just trying to maybe the weight of the family, stress of being like, how are we gonna make a move when you've made a life, in your house where you've lived for so long.
And how does your husband feel about it?
I think he's excited for the opportunity to, move, and sorry, I left my phone on during the therapy session.
No worries. It happens.
Yeah, maybe it's what I've been calling about the move. I think he's excited about the possibility of advancement in his career, and he's hasn't lived out of the state before.
Oh, so this is going to be a first time for him.
Yeah.
Wow. And his family's here as well?
They are. They live about an hour away.
Oh, okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't see them much, so they might not be an issue, but it's still, you're not sure if he's lived here all his life. It would be an adjustment.
Oh, I'm sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's go back to your daughter.
Yeah.
Tell me more about what change looks like for her.
Okay, well, she gets very attached to friends she meets at school, and and then people have told me that she's gifted, so at the school she's in, I haven't ever put her in the gifted program, but I might have to change her school, so I've always wanted to keep her in the school and keep her with the teachers I know that are really helping her adjust to the changes in life.
Right.
And it has so far gone well, and that's one of the reasons I haven't changed her from her school to a gifted program, because of the stress that she can get emotional at times, and she can act out, sometimes have outbursts, which will, be stressful to deal with. So I'm just, maybe the pressure of thinking of that is kind of weighing on me as I look ahead to possibly moving. And then having to, when I didn't want to change her from school, now I would have to change her from school.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that sounds tough. Have you all considered taking a trip out of town to check out this new place to see
Yeah.
how all of you would feel about it?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. That would give us, we haven't done it yet,
Okay.
but it would give us a chance to visit the area and, show the kids the area.
Now, do the kids know that this may be an option of moving?
Sort of. I sort of had kind of not been really sharing everything with them because then I know it could lead to more worry.
Right. Right. I'm curious. If you were to take this trip, if you were to even say anything to your kids about this being a possible home, or if this would be a vacation, just to see how they would react. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's something to consider because I'm not sure if I want to just, blindside them, be like, well, we're doing this, and then they say, well, we're possibly moving, or, so it probably is better for me to tell them.
Right.
And so I just need to, work up to that.
Right.
I need to work up to how can I, talk openly as a family about the possible change and helping them adjust to those things.
Now, are you also from here as well, or?
No, I actually I moved here from another state, and so I have moved before.
So how did that feel, and how did that look like to you when you made that transition?
Well, I was younger, so I was just out of college, and I think it was a little bit difficult to make that adjustment, but I feel like that's such a different time in my life that I didn't have children and didn't have a husband. It was just me by myself.
Right.
So when I look ahead to moving an entire family, that would be a whole new experience for me also.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How are you? Did you say you came from up north?
I came from the Midwest.
Midwest.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is a very different environment from the Midwest to here in
Come to
South
the
Florida.
beach versus the corn.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's all my children have known, the heat and the beach, and if we do move to this place, so they may experience seasons, which I could think, is good, but they might not, they might not feel the same way. So if I have this pressure on, weight of how am I going to help everyone feel better about this transition?
Does either one of your kids play sports?
Well, my daughter is on the dive team. She's a diver.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. That must be really interesting.
Yeah. And so that's another thing where she kind of transitioned into that, and that was a hard adjustment, like I've said with most things, with change, with new things, and she's come to really like that. So then it's a possibility that she might have to give that up.
So if I hear this correctly, she did also struggle with this in the beginning when she got into diving as well.
Yes, she did.
So it seems like everything she's gotten into, she's had some sort of struggle with in the beginning. Is that correct?
Yes.
How long do you think the struggle lasted for?
And it's hard to tell with this one. She's a little older, but it was a couple of months. We had some outbursts because she didn't want to go but then it just kind of slowly got better. But each time this happens, it's like more stress for me. And so if I think ahead to possibly moving, I think, how am I going to do this? How am I going to, if I have to go through it again with outbursts, and then if my son, might react to how she's reacting, and
Right.
I just don't want to have any divisions in our family. So she loves the dive team. So.
Okay. Well, diving is a big part of Florida's, nature,
Right.
especially with the beach and stuff. So Are there any other sports that she's ever been interested in, or has she ever been involved with? Does she like to watch certain things on TV as far as different activities?
Well, she does love art,
Okay.
so then maybe if, we did have to move, I could look into, art programs, or maybe if there's a dive there, but it would be indoors.
Yeah.
So those are the things to consider, just all those things to consider that would have to be done in order to make the move smooth, the transition.
So I'm thinking that you're feeling towards the situation is very overwhelming about the first reaction
Yeah,
of your kids.
yeah,
Not as much as them adapting, but their actual reaction towards a certain situation of them having to try something different.
yeah.
But I've also heard you say that after that adjustment, they've actually done pretty well with it.
Yeah, I think so. It's possible that it's such a big move, like these little things that it just could be even overwhelming for them, and so like one big overwhelming sandwich, like that. Yeah, just it's sometimes they're adjusting, but then if they move, it's a little different than if we're just switching, one thing. We're doing so many things at one time.
So I hear you go back to your kids.
Yeah.
That it seems like that this is going to be a big part of what you're going to be overwhelmed with.
Yeah.
What else do you feel is going to overwhelm you about this whole situation? Like, what is it that you're not looking forward to, or what is it that you feel is going to really be a big impact on you?
Yeah. Well, I'll miss my friends too. I have made, since I did come from the Midwest, and then just many friends that I have met coming here and
Right.
living here, and being here now as an adult, because I wasn't in my young 20s when I made my first move. So I think that makes me feel a little sad.
Okay.
And then having to change, like my son also sees certain specialists for he has asthma, so then I have to go
Okay.
and I have to find a new specialist and dermatologist, and so there's a lot of things that I would feel I would have to be the one to find the new doctors and new
Right.
dentist
Right.
and change the school and find a new place to live. So it's just a lot. I maybe kind of keep adding to the list
Yes. Yeah.
of the things that
Wow.
feel
Sounds
pressure.
Like a lot. Yeah. I got pressure going on just from here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it may also be, you feel like excited about it as well? I mean, is there some kind of excitement going on inside of you? Like being that as a different atmosphere, the opportunity for your husband to excel,
Yeah.
to give you all a better life. I mean, tell me a little bit more about that and the things.
Yeah, that is exciting because since when we first were married, he didn't have this career. So a couple of years into our marriage, he had this career. He's worked so hard, to do this, and so I'm very proud of him to have this advancement. So it's just that part is exciting.
Right.
So if I can maybe look at those things,
Right.
and then could try to look at his excitement and improving possibly the financially